Hello, everyone. Let's do it to it. How's it going, y'all? Soul Commodore back at you again, and we are here with some more Undertale. Particularly doing the true pacifist route. We are almost to the end of that route, actually. I keep showing it up if you like it or not. Why would I not like it? Thank you for the 5 stream streak. Enjoy your 250 record spins or 450 record spins. I like that that's a feature now. I'm gonna put a little more light on me. There we go. But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. We're going to be entering and exploring the True Lab right now. Now, I will warn you all, in case this isn't your bag, in case it's not very interesting to you, we are going to be delving into a lot of lore this time around. Okay, we're going to be talking about a lot of the True Lab lore. There's like a whole bunch of messages. There's videotapes in the level that we're going to delve into. This is kind of where a lot of the story of Undertale gets cultivated, and we learn exactly what it was that Alphys was up to. Dinner's in the oven, so I'll have to ditch you shortly, but I'm with you in spirit. Hey, no worries at all. I appreciate you being in here, whether you're spirit, physical, however you're here. It's all good. It's all love. But yeah, this is going to be very lore heavy. I'll actually be at one point cutting to a video of another YouTuber who captured video of like something that's not actually in the game. It's just in the files of the game, and I can't access the files of the game because I'm playing on a Switch, and I'm not about to jailbreak my Switch to access the debug files and stuff. But yeah, it's all cool stuff. It's all stuff that I really enjoy talking about. So hopefully you're all willing to nerd out with me a little bit on this. And I'm not going to get everything. I'm not going to cover everything, and I'm probably going to get a few things at least slightly wrong. But I just love this area of the game. Is my favorite area of the entirety of Undertale, the True Lab. I love every single aspect of it, from the music down to the design, down to the puzzles in it. Like I love every bit of it. We're gonna be talking about the music too, So buckle up. All right, why don't we actually get over to the game? So I will mute this music, and let's get in here. This is the True Lab. This is underneath Alphys' lab in Hotland. And if you listen very closely to the music, those are the opening notes. It's in a minor key, or in a different key at least, but those are the opening notes to Alphys' theme. The entirety of the song down here, it's called Here We Are, is basically Alphys' theme, basically remixed, reworked to reflect what the True Lab is like. We're gonna get some nice piano in here. So Alphys' theme is like 3 different leitmotifs. It's 3 different sections. So this is section A. We don't actually get section B. It just goes straight to section C. But that's my favorite part of the reworking of this song. There's a note on the ground. You can't make it all out. Elevator, lost power, entered the center door. That's all you could read. So we've got 4 keys here. I'm gonna go back and read these other tablets as well. We'll revisit this. We'll reread them. Now this is section C of Alphys' theme, and it's amazing how it reworks. Because you can kind of hear the chorus in the background. Hey, Rain, thank you for the glug. I appreciate it. Get hydrated, nerd. I definitely will. Thank you. So the chorus in the background that you heard there, that's actually the basis of the theme um, of section 3 of Alphys's theme, I should say. Sorry, I got lost just listening to the music. I'm actually wearing my new headphones. I couldn't get the mic to work. I couldn't get the mic to connect because I wanted to test that out. But I'm wearing my new like wireless headphones. So hopefully that doesn't affect the sound too much. Um, but yeah, the chords that the chorus is singing in the background um, reflect the different sections of Alphys's theme, and that's what you really have to listen for, especially for the section C part. I wonder if I could find that video that talks about it. We might do that later. Actually, I'm gonna mute that for a second. So, in her leitmotif, it goes do 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 do, and that's what's playing here. I mean, again, it's different notes and it's in a different key, but this is Alphys's theme, and it really kind of gets down to the nitty gritty of like there's nefarious leitmotifs. Yes, the leitmotif down here, like it's very obvious. Like Alphys was doing some shady shit down here. So let me tell you, we had a shit show of a day at work today. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, Rain. Ugh. Dang. I hope your day has gotten better since. Um, yeah, very sorry to hear that. It's I understand that completely. All right. So there are these entries all through the True Lab, and if I'm correct, there are actually 21 entries. Two of them we won't be able to read until we're done everything we need to do here. And one of them is inaccessible completely. And that's what I'm going to cut to another video showing you guys that last entry. Because there's actually two versions of the entirely removed entry, okay? And we'll cover both of them. But in the meantime, also they're not in order. None of them are in order, so I'm also going to read all of them in order. Entry number 1. This is it. Time to do what the king has asked me to do. I will create the power to free us all. I will unleash the power of the soul. Entry number 2. The barrier is locked by soul power. Unfortunately, this power cannot be recreated artificially. Soul power can only be derived from what was once living. So, to create more, we will have to use what we have now. The souls of monsters. Entry number 3. But extracting a soul from a living monster would require incredible power. Besides being impractical, doing so would instantly destroy that soul's host. And unlike the persistent soul of humans, the souls of most monsters disappear immediately upon death. If only I could make a monster's soul last. Entry number 5. I've done it. Using the blueprints, I've extracted it from the human souls. I believe this is what gives their souls the strength to persist after death. The will to keep living. What is that? Bear. His bear. Yes. That's a great emoji. The will to keep living, the resolve to change fate. Let's call this power determination. And if you've seen like when when you get a game over, the determination theme actually plays because that's its own theme, that's its own leitmotif. Um, and you sometimes hear Asgore say, "Stay determined." And I'm gonna in this section we'll actually talk about that game over screen. Gage made an emote just for me to bear him outside of his stream. Hey, there you go. I like that. So let's continue on through here. Oh, the music restarts. All right. It's a fake plant. Buy chips for 25G. Vending machine dispense some chisps. And here we have one of my favorite names of any item in any game I've ever played. We have the potato chisps. Oh, I love it. And in case you couldn't tell, you can't reach anybody down here. I forgot that you could get the boxes from your inventory. I forgot about that. You can access your dimensional boxes from your cell phone. Huh. I'm carrying too many items. Alright, well, we're fine. Power room. So yeah, we see these four things here: red, green, blue, and yellow. And we basically have to find the keys for these. Yeah, potato chisps. I love it. Entry number 6. Asgore asked everyone outside the city for monsters that had fallen down. Their bodies came in today. They're still comatose, and soon they'll all turn into dust. But what happens if I inject determination into them? If their souls persist after they perish, then freedom might be closer than we all thought. Rain, how's the I did test the sound beforehand, but how's it sounding? Because if anyone doesn't know Rain, she is amazing at audio stuff. I still have to sit down with you one day and like really work all this stuff through. I looked into the lav mics as well, and I'm definitely going to get me one of those for Christmas. I mean, you sound crisp. Hey, well, thank you. Good. Entry number 9. Things aren't going well. Now, this is one thing that we're going to note later. Notice the font here, how it's all lowercase. Okay? There's one other character in this game that only speaks in lowercase. All right? But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit. Be right back. Hey, no worries. We'll be here for a bit. Things aren't going well. None of the bodies have turned into dust, so I can't get the souls. I told the families that I would give them the dust back for their funerals. People are starting to ask me what's happening. What do I do? There's some theories about that we're going to cover. There's some kind of operating table. It's sticky. Some kind of operating table. It's sticky. There's some kind of operating table. It's sticky. The atmosphere in here is just amazing. And that's a very ominous looking door, and there's some fog in here and all that. You turn on the sink. You turn on the sink. We're just gonna duck our heads in here before we get to that third sink. There's a note on the ground. You can't make it all out. Drain. Dropped it. That's all you could read. There's some kind of switch. There's a red colored slot in the center. So I imagine that's where we would get the red key if we could find a red key. So yeah, we turn on the sink. Oh. Oh, that's good. Blank drew near. Now these are what's called the amalgamates. There's a bunch of them that will fight through this area. And this is very loosely the leitmotif for your regular battles. Very, very loose, but it's kind of there if you listen close enough. You can also hear the Gygus sound effect in the background again, because Toby Fox took a lot of inspiration from Earthbound, and the Gygus is the final boss of Earthbound. So, what are these monstrous things? We are going to You take out your cell phone. You can hear voices through the receiver. Come join the fun. I'm not sure I want to. Oh man, I forgot. I forgot that these things do this. Oh. But nobody came. And again, there's a reference to the genocide route. So this amalgamate is called Memory Hell. Oh well, become one of us. Join the fun. No, I don't think I will. I think I'm alright. Seems like it doesn't care anymore. 0 XP and 0 gold. And look at that. We got a red key. Click. The red key fits perfectly into the slot. So we'll head back. And we see that the red key is lit up now. But there's nothing we can do still. Let's say 6. Oh, you know what? We're gonna wait 10 more seconds or so. Oh, we missed it. Dang. Well, actually, that would make sense. 66666 would be 667 minutes and like 6 seconds. Alright, so we can go through this door. I like how these are set up because it's kind of set up like if you remember in Waterfall, the little boards that were all through the thing told you about the war between the humans and monsters. Entry number 12. Nothing is happening. I don't know what to do. We have another one that's all in lowercase. I'll just keep injecting everything with determination. I want this to work. Entry 13. One of the bodies opened its eyes. Ooh. It's an empty bowl. It's an empty dog food bowl. The clock is broken. Entry number 14. Everyone that had fallen down has woken up. And you see, this one is actually capitalized correctly. It's not all lowercase. They're all walking around and talking like nothing is wrong. I thought they were goners. Seems like a comfortable bed. Lie on it? Yeah. Oh, how nice. How nice indeed. Alright. Let's continue. Some more fake plants. There's something under the sheets. Check it out. Yeah. Ah, we got the yellow key. Alright. And none of these other beds have anything going on. But we'll check them out just for posterity's sake. I've never seen that test before, actually. You could probably climb into it if you were to the left of it. Unfortunately, you can't get to the right of it. Alright. Let's go this way. Let's see what's in here. Oh, look at all these golden flowers. Entry number 7. We'll need a vessel to wield the monster's souls when the time comes. After all, a monster cannot absorb the souls of other monsters. Just as a human cannot absorb a human soul. So then, what about something that's neither human nor monster? Actually, I want to check something real quick before we continue. Bear with me. I know we read it, but I don't remember what entry it was in that other room. So I'm just going to backtrack a little bit. Apologies. What entry is this? Entry number 9. Things aren't going well. Yeah. I love this. I love this song. This is probably my favorite song in the game, if I'm being honest. I love it so much. That chorus in the background is so good. So, yeah, that was entry number 7. What happens? What about something that's neither human nor monster? What happens if you inject a soul into something that doesn't have one? Well, what happens if you inject determination into something that doesn't have a soul? Entry number 10. Experiments on the vessel are a failure. It doesn't seem to be any different from the control cases. Whatever. They're a hassle to work with anyway. The seas just stick to you. They won't let go. And it's us. It's a whole row of us. Oh. Oh. And here we have another amalgamate. And as you can see, the amalgamate is made up of different creatures that have clearly fallen down. So up at the top, you have astigmatism, right? Or at least a version of astigmatism, which is why the Picon is here, right? We see prey is one of the things. So clearly, Whimsalot is here. The frog is also here because we have Mystify, and yeah, these are such clever ideas. You pick on them. It seems effective, and we have like all the looped. Oh, what is the name of this guy? I forget the name. I'm just gonna look that up real quick. Bear with me, because it has a very specific name. I'm just gonna look this up real quick. Okay, give me the names of the amalgamates. Okay, there's Memory Head, there's Lemon Bread, Reaper Bird, Endogeny, or Endogeny. It's Snowdrake's mother. Right. So this is Reaper Bird. The name of the guy in the hitbox for Reaper Bird. Oh, it's called Everyman. That's what I thought. Yeah. That figure that was in the little hitbox for your soul, it's called Everyman. And Everyman actually comes back in a very interesting way in Deltarune, chapter 1 of Deltarune specifically. All right, Reaper Bird. We're going to. Who else is here? So we're gonna try Mystify. You did something mysterious. Recognizes it has more. So the King Frogget is here too, or at least, yeah. Oh crap! The Everyman's coming after us. All right, and we're going to pray. You kneel and pray for safety. Reaper Bird seems to remember something. Someone finally gets it. Ribbit, ribbit, courage. And here come the heads. This is such a cool idea for a fight. Reaper Bird seems placated. So these amalgamates seem to be like groups of enemies all fused together, but we'll learn very soon what that's all about. It's back here. Ah, there's a note on the ground. You can't make it all out. Cold. That's all you could read. And that's a blue colored slot. So it's about this time when I first played this, I was like, what is going on down here? Like, what is this? What are these creatures? Like, because they're not just creepy just to be creepy. Entry number 15. Seems like this research was a dead end, but at least we got a happy ending out of it. I sent the souls back to Asgore, returned the vessel to his garden, and I called all of the families and told them everyone's alive. I'll send everyone back tomorrow. Entry number 16. No. I don't think everyone was still alive. So creepy. But we need to face our fears. There's a green key lying in the bathtub. You took it and put it on your keychain. It's an empty bathtub. Yep, and now it's all done. And that walking slowly, that's the game doing that. It wasn't me. Oh, what is this thing? Goodness gracious. Oh, look at that. We've got a yellow... Click. The yellow key fits perfectly into the slot. There's a note on the ground. You can't make it all out. Under sheets. So that's the key for the... That's the hint for the yellow key. Entry number 4. Ah, we finally get entry number 4. I've been researching humans to see if I could find any info about their souls. I ended up snooping around the castle and found these weird tapes. I don't feel like Asgore's watched them. I don't think he should. Okay, well, we'll get to this in a second. But first, we're gonna say... Oh, I guess we're not gonna save. You have lemon bread. Now, out of all of the enemies here, lemon bread, I think, is the most dangerous, if you will. It smells like sweet lemons. Lemon bread. So we see a couple of different things here. We're going to... I mean, Shiren's here. We have Moldbig. We have... Oh, I forget his name, but the flexing horse guy. But we're gonna unhug first. You let Lemon Bread be. Lemon Bread's teeth shake. Welcome to my special hell. Oh, that's such a creative thing. Such a creative attack. We're gonna flex. You flex your arm. Lemon Bread's muscle shakes. But nobody came. Oh. And we're going to hum. You hum a familiar tune. Lemon Bread seems to remember something. So if you can recognize the different monsters that are in here, and you can recognize if you remember what would pacify them in their own fights. That's basically what you have to do here. I felt this before. Oh, it's this one again, huh? Could this be goodbye? Yes. So this is the DT extraction machine. Status inactive. So yeah, this is the determination extractor. Hey, Goodbot, thank you for thank you for banning that likely ban evader. Trying to get me cheap viewers? No, thank you. Yeah, we have this giant... I'm not sure if this is a pit or if it's just like a black mat. But I'm thinking it's a pit. And then you have this extracted that looks a lot like a goat skull or some kind of skull. Like it's not a nice thing to look at. Oh, there's something here. It feels warm and moist. There's something here. Something in the shape of a man. There's something here. It feels like it's breathing. Some sort of cold, rectangular object. Now, if you know where to go in this room, you can actually get to where you need to go. But we're gonna... It's too dark to see near the walls. Let's go do what we need to do to get that to go away before we get that key. So we're gonna head back this way. It's so funny, like this whole area, like it's pixel art. It's a 2D game, like it's, but you can't help but feel like something is just on the other side of that border, just waiting for you. Like such an amazing atmosphere that was built here. Entry number 11. Now that Mediton's made it big, he never talks to me anymore. Except to ask when I'm gonna finish his body. But I'm afraid if I finish his body, he won't need me anymore. Then we'll never be friends ever again. Not to mention, every time I try to work on it, I just get really sweaty. Actually, before we do this, there's a really, really fun way to end that fight really quick. So, let's go to our cell. We're going to go to dimensional box B. We're going to put the potato chips there for a second. And we're going to go to dimensional box A and grab the stick. And here we go. So these fans ought to get all this fog to go away. There's a switch on the wall. Press it? Yes. Uh-oh. Oh. It's the amalgamate. Well, let's try out the stick. You threw the stick, and the dog ran to get it. You played fetch for a while. Endogeny is contented. Now we can mercy it if we want, but it's kind of funny what happens here if we play for a bit. Oh, we gotta excite it first. You call for the amalgamate. It bounds towards you, plucking a strange liquid from an orifice. Now, like I showed you that if you throw the stick, you can end the fight real quick. But I want to go. I actually want to go through this fight. Now it's not going to attack you at all because there's actually an attack that it does. So we're gonna. Oh, do we gotta pet it? We pet the amalgamate. It convulses rapidly, then calms down. It rests quietly on your lap for a moment. Suddenly, it shoots away and crawls wildly on the walls. Oh, you must not want to be pet for now, so we should play. You throw your weapon into the corner of the room. The amalgamate brings it back to you. Proudly? You repeat this process a few times. Now amalgamate is very tired. It leans on you, dripping. It leans its dripping amorphous body on you. You pet the amalgamate. It starts to generate a stage 1 happiness froth. There we go. we get a little creepier version of the lesser dog theme, or the greater dog theme, actually. You pet decisively. The amalgamate seems to be satisfied by all this. Now we'll take mercy on it. Yes, and now the fans are blowing, so all of that fog in the other room should be gone now. And we're going to get the potato chips back in our inventory. There we go. Excuse my coughing. I'm still just kind of getting over it. Now we can see in this room. Entry number 19. The families keep calling me to ask when everyone is coming home. What am I supposed to say? I don't even answer the phone anymore. It's a refrigerator. It's empty. Oh, I don't think this one is. Seems to contain samples of some kind. Entry number 20. Asgore left me 5 messages today. Hey, Juliana, how you doing? Welcome on in. How are you? I am doing very well, thank you. I hope you're doing well. We're just right now going through the True Lab in Undertale, trying to figure out what's all going on down here. We're doing a lot of lore in this episode, but good to see you. It's always great to see you, and I'm glad you're doing well. Asgore left me 5 messages today. 4 about everyone being angry. 1 about this cute teacup that he found that looks like me, which we saw on Alphys' desk upstairs. Thank you. Thanks, Asgore. There's a refrigerator. It's empty. It's shaking, but it's empty. And there's nothing behind it either. Entry number 21. So this is the final entry. Not the final chronologically in terms of like what we've uncovered so far, but the final chronologically in terms of order. I spend all my time at the garbage dump now. It's my element. It's a refrigerator. It seems to contain samples of some kind. It's a refrigerator. It's empty. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And we have a very slow, kind of chopped up version of Snowy, which is the theme song of the area before Snowden. And unfortunately, this amalgamate is a bunch of different things, but most prominently, it's Snowdrake's mom. Now, we've talked to Snowdrake and we've talked to Snowdrake's dad. Snowdrake is Snowdrake that was trying to make jokes, right? And his dad is also a comedian. We saw his dad in the hotel, right? Snowdrake is all the way back in Snowden. And we know that the mother isn't around anymore. Here she is. It's so cold. Amalgamate. I'm gonna make a joke. He told a bad pun about snow. Her expression starts to shift. Haha, I remember. So it seems that she was a bit of a comedian as well. Smells like salty slush. He told a bad pun. Her expression changes more. Haha, thank you. Oh, I'll explain that just after actually, I'll explain it now. So a bicycle is actually a popsicle. Um, and if you use it, it becomes a unicycle. So basically, it's an item that you can use twice, and it heals however much HP. But it's called the bicycle when you've still got the 2 of them, and then when you use half of it, it becomes the unicycle, and then you can eat the other half. So it's basically 2 items in one. Yeah. All right. You told a bad pun about Snow. She's completely calmed down. You won. We didn't have to spare her. She just spared herself. You found a blue key on the ground. You put it on your keychain. Hurtin'. So that's the hint for the green chain. Funny, I love it. Thank you for explaining it. Of course, of course. Click. The green key fits perfectly into the slot. So that's 3 of the keys that we've inserted now, and now we've just got the 4th one, which is in the room with the TV. Now, this might be the most important room. Oh no, the blue one's in another room. Right, it's over where the flowers were. Um, this might be the most important part of this, the most important room in this game. There are a bunch of VHSs. Seems like mostly cartoons of some kind. They seem to be alphabetized, save for a few stray, sticky ones. Oh, Alphys, what have you been doing? A bunch of VHSs. It seems like it's mostly cartoons of some kind. But there's a VHS player with a few tapes picked out beside it. They seem to be labeled in a specific order. Will you watch one? Yes. So we're gonna watch these 5 tapes. Psst. Gory, wake up. Hmm? What is it, dear? And why do you have that video camera? Shh. I want to get your reaction. Gory, dearest. What is my favorite vegetable? Hmm. Carrots, right? No, no, no. My favorite vegetable is edamame. Get it? Go back to bed, dear. No, no, not yet. Now, if I were a dog, what breed of dog would I be? Hmm. I don't know, honey. What kind of dog would you be? I would be a Pomeranian. Hey, welcome back, Rain. You sure are excited to have this child. You know, if you keep making jokes like this, one day you could be a famous momedian. Well, I'm going to bed. Hey, come on, Tori. That one was funny. I know. I'm just teasing you. Good night, dear. Good night, honey. Boo, boo. Oh, perhaps it's too dark in here for the video to come out. Okay, so that was very obviously a conversation between Toriel and Asgore while Toriel was pregnant with Asriel, their son. Um, yeah, for anybody who's coming in, we're gonna get into a lot of the lore of Undertale right about now. So if lore is not your bag, I apologize, but we're gonna get deep into the woods now. We're gonna watch tape 2. Okay, Soul, are you ready? Now, keep in mind this this sound here, when this text is going. Okay, not the birds in the background, but the sound of the text itself. Do your creepy face. Ah! Oh, wait. I had the lens cap on. What? You're not gonna do it again? Come on. Quit tricking me. So that is the voice of Asriel. Okay. And of course, they're playing with the fallen human. The first fallen human, who canonically is named Chara, Chara. Howdy, Soul. Smile for the camera. This time I got you. I left the cap on purpose. Now you're smiling for no reason. What? Oh, yeah, I remember. When I tried to make butterscotch pie for Dad, right? The recipe asked for cups of butter, but we accidentally put in buttercups instead. Yeah, those flowers got him really sick. I felt so bad. It made Mom really upset. I should have laughed it off like you did. Anyway, where are you going with this? Huh? Turn off the camera? Okay. The first human is, up to something. First name Chara, last name Tur. That's funny. All right, tape 4. I don't like this idea, Soul. What? No, I'm not. Big kids don't cry. Yeah, you're right. No, I never doubt you, Soul. Never. Yeah, we'll be strong. We'll free everyone. I'll go get the flowers. So the buttercups, which are those yellow flowers, make you very sick. So, take 5. Soul, can you hear me? We want you to wake up. Soul, you have to stay determined. So what's happening here is this is audio of basically the first human, Kara or Soul, uh, dying because they ingested the buttercups, right? Because we heard that story before, how Toriel and Asgore were tending to the ailing child, and Asriel was there as well. Um, and then the child died, but the child wanted to see its favorite flowers before it died, and that was the yellow flowers, the buttercups. And then the child died before that could happen. So Asriel used his soul and the fallen child's soul to get through the barrier to lay the child to rest in a bed of their favorite flowers in the human world. The other humans saw Asriel, figured Asriel killed the first child, the first fallen human, um, and then they in turn killed Asriel. So, and then of course, Toriel and Asgore broke up after that because I mean, they basically lost two children at once, right, in the same day. And Asgore vowed that every single human that would fall down into the underground would die at his hand, so that he could free all of the trap monsters, and then they would just wreak havoc on the entirety of the human world. Now we're gonna find out in just a little bit. It may not be today, but we're going to find out by the end of the game that Asgore's plan is not more nefarious than we think, but it wasn't exactly what he had in mind. Um, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyway, right now we're listening to the audio of that child dying, and the text, every single text line here that you hear Asgore say is text that you hear him say in the game over screen. It's basically the sound of what Asgore said to the first fallen human as the first fallen human was dying. Um, and it happens on the game over screen. So, Soul, you have to stay determined. You can't give up. You are the future of humans and monsters. Psst, Soul, please wake up. I don't like this plan anymore. I no, I said I never doubt you. 6, right? We just have to get 6. And we'll do it together, right? So yeah, the first human, basically the plan was to go get 6 other human souls to break the barrier. So yeah, pretty depressing stuff. Not not super lighthearted, which is fun, which is funny given what the rest of the game has been like, right? But we're very shortly going to learn what all these amalgamates are and what was going on there, because we know that they were trying to put determination into the souls of monsters, but we're going to learn pretty soon exactly what happened down here. The blue key fits perfectly into the slot. I don't know if you all saw that, but down near the end of the near the bottom of the screen, it looked like something scrolled down just before we did. We did read this one, right? Yeah. Because we heard that um what's your name? Alphys had been injecting the souls, it wasn't working, but everyone got back up. Um but the plan didn't really work. Um in terms of the souls that had already been collected from Asgore. So she sent the souls back to Asgore and told everybody that their loved ones who had fallen down are alive again. But before that, we just get the the one entry, entry 16, where it's just a whole bunch of no's. So clearly it didn't work. So I'm sure you can put two and two together, but we're going to let Alphys tell us exactly what happened. Because now this door is open. Go. Seems to be turned off. Seems to be turned off. It seems like this controls the elevator's power. Turn it on? Yes. I'm an idiot. I can't do math. Oh, what do you mean? And here come a whole bunch of amalgamates. Hey, stop! I got you guys some food, okay? Sorry about that. They get kind of sassy when they don't get fed on time. I think they smelled the potato chips you had, and anyway, the power went out, and I've been trying to turn it back on. But it seems like you were the one step ahead of me. This is probably just a big inconvenience for you. But I appreciate that you came here to back me up. As I said, I was afraid I might not come back. But that's not because of these guys or anything. I was just worried that I would be too afraid to tell the truth. That I might run away or do something cowardly. I suppose I owe you an explanation. As you probably know, Asgore asked me to study the nature of souls. During my research, I isolated a power called determination. I injected it into dying monsters so that their souls would last after death. But the experiment failed. You see, unlike humans, monster bodies don't have enough physical matter for those to take those concentrations of determination. Their bodies started to melt and lost what physicality they had. Pretty soon, all of the test subjects had melted together into those. Seeing them like this, I knew I couldn't tell their families about it. I couldn't tell anyone about it, no matter how much everyone was asking me. And I was too afraid to do any more work, knowing everything I'd done so far had been such a horrific failure. But now I've changed my mind about all this. I'm going to tell everyone what I've done. It's going to be hard. Being honest, believing in myself. I'm sure there will be times where I'll struggle. I'm sure there'll be times where I screw up again. But knowing deep down that I have my friends to fall back on, I know it'll be a lot easier to stand on my own. Thank you. Come on, guys. It's time for everyone to go home. Oh, you can't put two and two together. But there you go. War criminal. But yeah, Alphys was trying to inject determination in these monster souls. They woke up, but their bodies couldn't handle the physicality. Like it didn't have enough physical matter to maintain their form, basically. And they all just kind of melted into each other. So there we go. And now we have two more entries to read that are now red. Determination, a face melter. Entry number 8. I've chosen a candidate. I haven't told Asgore yet, because I want to surprise him with it. In the center of his garden, there's something special. The first golden flower that grew before all the others. The flower from the outside world. It appeared just before the queen left. I wonder, what happens if something without a soul gains the will to live? Entry number 18. The flower's gone. All right. So, we're going to take a little detour here. And what I'm going to do is we'll just leave it on this screen for now. I'm going to read the entries in order so that the story makes a little bit more sense. And then we're going to talk about who made the entries and the theories around who made the entries. And during all this, we'll talk about the dreaded entry 17. Because if you were paying attention, there's one entry that's missing from all of this, and it's entry 17. So let me just pull this up real quick. We got the True lab entries. So of course we start with entry number 1. This is it. Time to do what the king asked me to do. I will create the power to free us all. I will unleash the power of the soul. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn the music back on in the background for this, just so that you have something to listen to. Because I'm going to be talking for a while, and it's just going to be my voice. So, all right. So, I will unleash the power of the soul. The barrier is locked by soul power. Unfortunately, this power cannot be recreated artificially. Soul power can only be derived from what was once living. So, to create more, we will have to use what we have now, the souls of monsters. But extracting a soul from a living monster would require incredible power. Besides being impractical, doing so would instantly destroy a soul's host, and unlike the persistent souls of humans, the souls of monsters disappear immediately upon death. If only I could make a monster's soul last. Entry number 4. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me bring up the True Lab music. I feel like that's going to be more fitting. I mean, it is the music for the area, so. Is there like a long version of it? Whatever. I'll just loop it. There we go. All right, where was I? That was entry number 4, I think we just read. Oh no, entry number 4. I've been researching humans to see if I can find any info about their souls. I ended up snooping around the castle and found these weird tapes. I don't feel like Asgore's watched them. I don't think he should. Entry number 5. I've done it. Using the blueprints, I've extracted it from the human souls. I believe this is what gives their souls the strength to persist after death. The will to keep living, the resolve to change fate. Let's call this power determination. 6. Asgore asked everyone outside the city for the monsters who had fallen down. Their bodies came in today. They're still comatose, and soon they'll all turn to dust. Just gonna turn this down a bit. Yeah. But what happens if I inject determination into them? If their souls persist after they perish, then freedom might be closer than we all thought. Entry number 7. We'll need a vessel to wield the monster souls when the time comes. After all, a monster cannot absorb the souls of other monsters, just as a human cannot absorb a human soul. So then, what about something that's neither human nor monster? Entry number 8. I've chosen a candidate. I haven't told Asgore yet, because I wanted to surprise him with it. In the center of his garden, there's something special. The first golden flower that grew before all the others. The flower from the outside world. It appeared just before the queen left. I wonder, what happens when something without a soul gains the will to live? Entry number 9. Things aren't going well. None of the bodies have turned to dust, so I can't get the souls. I've told the families that I would give the dust back for their funerals. People are starting to ask me what's happening. What do I do? Entry number 10. Experiments on the vessel are a failure. It doesn't seem to be any different than the control cases. Whatever, they're a hassle to work with anyway. The seeds just stick to you and won't let go. 11. Now that Mediton's made it big, he never talks to me anymore, except to ask when I'm going to finish his body. But I'm afraid if I finish his body, he won't need me anymore. Then we'll never be friends again. Not to mention, every time I work on it, I just get really sweaty. So that's a fun little aside from Asgore, from Alphys. Entry number 12. Nothing is happening. I don't know what to do. I'll just keep injecting everything with determination. I want this to work. Entry number 13. One of the bodies opened its eyes. 14. Everyone that had fallen down has woken up. They're all walking around and talking like nothing is wrong. Hey! Look at this, Shay. Thank you very much for the raid. My goodness. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. I have been bedocked by Shay's raid. How's it going? How's your stream? Let me give you a shout out right here. To anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Soul Commodore. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Nice. How'd it go? How's your stream? I hope it was well. Yeah, anybody who doesn't know me, my name's Soul Commodore. I am an artist usually, but every once in a while I play video games. Right now we're doing the True Pacifist route of Undertale. We just finished the True Lab. Oh, you're nearing the end? Very nice, very cool. I like that. We're also almost nearing the end of this. We'll probably have to do this again next Sunday. There's probably gonna be like one more episode, but anybody who comes in, if you need to go take a rest, you need to hydrate, you need to go get some food, you need to go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do, any sort of self-care, please feel free to. You're not obligated to stay, but I appreciate y'all being here. And Shay, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate you sharing your community with me. This is awesome. Right now what I'm doing, because the True Lab is ending, and as soon as we go into the elevator, it's going to kick us out of the True Lab. So I don't want to do that yet. I want to talk. We're in the middle of talking about the lore behind these entries on the wall, the lore of what's going on in the True Lab, and basically some of the mysteries that are going on with the True Lab as well. So if lore is your thing, please feel free to stick around. Right now I was talking about entry number 14, which is everyone had fallen down, has woken up. They're all walking around and talking like nothing is wrong. I thought they were goners. And really quick Cliff's notes for anybody who's just joining us. Undertale, there's monsters trapped underground. A human has fallen down. They all want to get out through the barrier. But to get through the barrier, you need a human soul and a monster soul. And it seems like you need 7 human souls and a monster soul to get through the barrier, to break the barrier. So we went through the game once. An evil flower named Flowey killed the king of the monsters. And basically we defeated Flowey, but then we spared everybody. In the entire game, we didn't kill anybody. We spared them all. So Flowey was like, why don't you go back and try to be nicer to Alphys, Dr. Alphys, because it seems like she's hiding something and she could use friend. And in doing so, we've discovered that while trying to break the barrier themselves, Dr. Alphys was put in charge by Asgore, the king, to study the human souls and why the human souls are able to persist after death. And she determined that it was a thing called determination. She injected it into monsters who had died. The monsters, the souls, her experiments didn't work, but the monsters did wake up. So she sent the human souls back to Asgore. She told everybody that all the monsters who were fallen down are now alive and will be going home. But the monster souls, the monsters' bodies don't have enough physical matter to actually hold together after they die. So all of the fallen down monsters basically melted into each other. And that's kind of a truth that she's been hiding to everybody else in the underground. So we're kind of discovering that story through these entries that are on the wall. And now we've got entry number 15. It seems like this research was a dead end, but at least we got a happy ending out of it. I sent the souls back to Asgore, returned the vessel to his garden, and I called all the families and told them that everyone's alive. I'll send everyone back tomorrow, because that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to see if the monster souls could be transferred into an inanimate object that had no soul. In this case, a flower. And that didn't work. So that's why she was sending everyone back home. And then we have entry number 16, which is just no. Hey, welcome back, Gage. I hope dinner's tasty. Now, that was entry number 16. Okay. Now we've got entry number 17. Now, entry number 17 is very interesting because there's 2 versions of it. And neither of those versions are in the game. Toby Fox removed them both. Okay? Toby Fox removed entry number 17, uh, the one that actually was in the game, um, and it read, "Monsters' physical forms can't handle determination like humans can. With too much determination, our bodies begin to break down. Everyone's melted together." Now, I can kind of see why that was removed, because I think that takes some of the oomph out of you kind of piecing everything together yourself. Um, and of course, like, Alphys basically, saying that that's what happened after, right? Um, but it takes some of the mystery out of it. So I can see why that was removed. The much more interesting one is the entry number 17 that is completely just not, it's only in the game files. It didn't make it into the game at all. That's the one I want to look at right now. I'm lurking and listening. There's a lot of this I didn't know, didn't pay too much attention when I played. Hey, well, I appreciate the lurk, um, and I appreciate the listening. Hopefully you enjoy what you're learning. I love this kind of stuff. So, but thank you very much for the lurk, and for the raid again, and of course because you're lurking. I always feel like somebody's watching me, which is really fitting given it feels like people have been watching us all through the True Lab. So I'm going to pause this background music, and I'm going to bring up a video by a YouTube user by the name of Garderus1, who recorded this 10 years ago. This is in the game files again. Like, you have to like go into the game files and recover this. This is the entry number 17 that didn't make it into the game. So, open up the window capture. There we go. Why did that stop? Hold on. YouTube. Let's try that again. So, yeah, that was the entry 17 that didn't make it into the game. So, let's talk about that, because that was, of course, the Wingding font. Um, that was all Wingdings. Um, Now, um, let me get back to the game screen. Hold on. No capture. Get out of here. There we go. Now that was all Wingding's font, and we've been talking all through this playlist, or all through this playthrough, about a mysterious character who speaks in ding swings, who speaks in hands. The river person mentions it in one of their things that they say is beware the man who speaks in hands. We heard about from multiple people. Well, I talked about it. We didn't actually see any of the Gaster followers, about the former royal scientist before Dr. Alphys, Dr. W.D. Gaster. And W.D. Gaster, given that Sans is named after Comic Sans and Papyrus is named after the Papyrus font, W.D. Gaster seems to be a combination of Wingdings and Aster. And of course, the G from Wingding is combined with Aster to make the final name Gaster, right? If you try to enter the name Gaster into like any of the characters' names at the beginning of the game, when they ask you to put in a name, the game will crash. Same thing actually happens with Deltarune. So he's this mysterious character that, depending on the fun value of the game, you can actually see someone who people believe might be WD Gaster. And I'll bring up that image right now. WD Gaster. I'll just bring up a, because it's actually, we're not sure if it's Gaster. Is He's just been kind of nicknamed the Mystery Man. But there they are right there. There he is right there. So, what does all this have to do with that font? Well, obviously, again, that entry 17 was in Wingdings. Rey Mysterio. That image that we saw there of possibly Gaster. If the game hits a certain fun value, you can get like a secret hallway that has a secret door, that has a room that has that figure in it, and when you encounter it, it disappears, right? So a lot of mystery around this dude. Now, it was in Wingdings. It actually did translate to something. And this is what that entry 17 translated to. Dark, darker, yet darker. The darkness keeps growing, the shadows cutting deeper, photon readings negative. This next experiment seems very, very interesting. What do you two think? And then the message ends. And that didn't make it into the game, obviously. But it seems that Dr. W.D. Gaster, who fell into his creation, which was the core, and was scattered across time and space, as the game intimates, it seems he's still able to see what's going on, which leads to a couple of questions. Who are the two that he's talking about? Because we know that obviously Alphys has been doing these experiments, right? And it seems that Alphys is the one, like we see mention of Asgore finding a cup that looks like her, right? That's one of the entries. That Metaton is wondering like when she's gonna finish his body. All this to say that I mentioned earlier that some of the entries were capitalized, some of them weren't. And some people have theorized, I've watched a bunch of theories from like Merg and what's his name? He's another dude who does a lot of Undertale stuff. And Deltarune stuff. What's this guy's name? Load, please. 2 left thumbs, that's his name. Oh, I just lost my train of thought. There are some theories that the lowercase text entries might be Sans, and that the two people that Gaster is talking to are Alphys and Sans. Now, I think that kind of falls apart because although Sans is the only other character in the game that speaks all in lowercase, those entries that are in lowercase directly tie to things that are involved with Dr. Alphys. Again, the mug, Metaton, right? So that's very clearly those entries are Alphys. Now, the ones that are capitalized and have proper capitalization, some people have theorized that was actually Gaster, and that that Asgore actually employed Gaster to do these experiments before he fell into his creation, and then Alphys had to take over, right? And that's why Alphys's entries are all in lowercase, but all the other ones that are capitalized properly, that's actually Gaster before he fell into his creation. And now that he has, and he's scrambled across time and space, which is also a thing that it's mentioned that Sans can do. Now he speaks in Wingdings, right? So it's very interesting, the whole, what do you two think? Personally, what I think is that the two that he's talking about is Alphys and Flowey. And the reason I think that is because entry 17 comes right before entry 18. And entry 18 has Alphys saying, the flower's gone, right? And I think that Gaster saying, this next experiment seems very, very interesting. What do you two think? I think he's addressing the fact that Alphys is there in the True Lab. And the experiment he's talking about is the soul, the determination that was injected into the flower. And Alphys at this point is not aware that her experiment on the flower actually worked, in that that flower has gained sentience. And that flower, Flowey, has now escaped. That's my personal theory. That that that's who this mysterious entry number 17 person is referring to, is Alphys and Flowey. And Alphys has no idea that Flowey exists, and obviously no one knows that this entry exists because it didn't even make it into the game. Anyway, let's move on to entry number 19. After saying the flower's gone, the families keep calling to ask when everyone is coming home. What am I supposed to say? I don't even answer the phone anymore. Entry number 20. Asgore left me 5 messages today. 4 about everyone being angry. 1 about this cute teacup he found that looks a lot like me. Thanks, Asgore. Entry number 21. I spend all my time at the garbage dump now. It's my element. So, those are the entries in the True Lab, in order. And yeah, I just wanted to go over like entry 17, both versions of entry 17, because I find it fascinating. I love this kind of stuff. This stuff that's like hidden in games, like, oh, it just makes me happy. Oh, it makes me so happy. So with that, and I wanted to go over all of that before we move on from this area, because again, as soon as we enter this elevator, someone whose voice we only heard on tape is going to speak to us. And then we got to get going. But basically, we're not going to be able to enter the True Lab again. So let's do that. Someone's calling us on our phone. It's a voice you have never heard before. Technically, we have as the player, and technically so is the character we're playing as. But regardless, Soul, are you there? It's been a long time, hasn't it? But you've done well. Thanks to you, everything has fallen into place. Soul, see you soon. And then we're spit out here and we can't go back. So that voice we've heard before, it's pitched down a bit because this entity is older. Spoiler alert, because we're actually coming to the end of the stream. That's Azrael that called us, thinking that we're the fallen human, the first fallen human. That was Azrael who called us. And you see the save is gone. Just gonna walk through here. We could take that elevator, but I'm just gonna walk and talk a little bit because we're coming to the end anyway. But yeah, it's this part of the game is heavy, and I love the fact that it's one of the things that's very interesting to me is the fact that it's hidden behind an ending that wasn't obvious that you'd get, right? Um, but as you can see here, none of the music is playing. Like the theme that was playing through Asgore's house, it's not playing anymore. Um, like there's no music at all. It's all very quiet. Like clearly something has changed, and yeah, it's this is such a good game. And yeah, the mystery around that whole that whole area is so good too. Um, in case you came in later and missed it, we also learned what happened with the first fallen human, um, which was the first fallen human who canonically is named Kara. Um, Basically fell down, befriended Asriel, and then came up with a plan with Asriel, although it was really Kara, that they need 6 souls to break the barrier. So what's going to happen is um, Kara is going to sacrifice themselves so that Asriel can take her soul or their soul through the barrier, collect 6 other human souls, and then break the barrier and let everybody from the underground who's trapped in the underground free, right? And unfortunately, that didn't come to fruition. Kara died. Asriel went through the barrier. Um, couldn't free everybody, but he could go through the barrier. Laid Kara to rest. Um, and also, you notice all the save points are gone now too. Um, Laid Kara to rest. Um, and unfortunately, after laying Kara to rest, all the humans in the human world thought that Asriel killed Kara, um, and basically decided, well, we're gonna we're gonna kill Asriel. So that's the story there, and we're just going down into the chamber that has the other 6 human souls. You can only see 5 here, but there are 6. There are 7 coffins. The red soul is ours. And we also share that color soul with the first fallen human. But the first fallen human isn't here. The first fallen human is in the human world, because that's where Asriel laid them to rest. Yeah. So, a bunch of layers, a bunch of lore, um, and up we go into this final room. We've been through all this already, and finally, we have a save point. And unfortunately, what we have left to do in this game is going to take way too much time for what I have available this evening. So I'm gonna switch on. Actually, I'm gonna no I'm gonna switch back to the music we usually listen to, the lo-fi beats. Um, if the page will load, that'd be great. Man, I don't know about you all, but YouTube has been real buggy lately. I don't know why. Anyway, there we go. So with that, we're gonna have to call it a stream. And I'm sorry that we're leaving it there, but yeah, thank you all for coming in again. Shay, thank you very much for the raid. Rain, thank you very much for the glug glug. Um, and uh, yeah, Lime Moon, everybody who's come in, Gage, everybody, it's so good to see y'all. So good to talk to y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Um, this has been a lot of fun. We covered a lot of ground. I hope if you're not into lore, I hope that wasn't too much of a bore. But this stuff, I absolutely love it. Um, oh, I love it so much. I was away from keyboard, searching for a working pen. Hey, no worries. Every one of these VODs makes it on to YouTube, because I'm Soul Commodore over at YouTube too, or Timothy Jamar, one of the two. You search either of them, you'll find me on YouTube. So this will probably go up either tonight or tomorrow. So you can watch it at your leisure. It's all good. It's all good. But thank you all for coming in. It's so good to see y'all. I do really appreciate anytime anybody comes in and watches me do what I do here, whether it's video games or the art, because you're taking time out of your busy schedule to come see me do what I do. And I'm happy to share what I've learned about this game. And like I said, I may not have gotten everything right, but generally that's what I remember from all and a lot of it's theories too, right? Because Toby Fox is pretty mysterious about giving too much away about the games, right? No, thank you for stream. Thank you all for coming in. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you uh, for coming through. And whether you were watching, chatting, or lurking, whatever you were doing, I appreciate each and every single one of you. And let's see who's doing what. Do I have any? I have no friends streaming right now. That's huh. Like no one's doing anything. Weird. Uh, any of you got any stream friends that are doing anything fun that we could raid? Have a good time zone, soul in chat. Hey, thank you, Shay. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Um, and thank you, Lyman. Thank you, Juliana. I hope you do as well. Or I hope you do as well. That's not what you said. Thank you for coming on in and chatting. It's so good to see you again. Um, yeah, if any of you who are still in chat have anybody who you think we should raid, who any one of your raid friends or stream friends, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll just leave it for another time. The next time we play this will be next Sunday at 11:30 a.m. or 10 a.m. one of the two. Or I might leave it for. Actually, you know what? Let's keep it consistent. We're gonna play this next Monday, at 6 p.m. Eastern, same time, so that anybody who is available at this time can see the finale of the game, because the finale of this game is one of the best finales of any game I've ever played, and I know not everybody's available and awake on Sunday morning. So Sunday morning we'll do some more art, and then we'll play this on next Monday. We'll keep it consistent. In terms of other streams, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern again. We're going to be, or sorry, not Tuesday, Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be finishing off the Pit of 100 Trials in Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. So we'll be doing that. Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern again. I like the 6 p.m. We're going to be doing some more art. We're going to be working on the piece that we actually started yesterday. So, hey Rain, thank you for the glug glug. Another glug glug. I appreciate you. But yeah. So we're gonna be doing some art on Thursday, art on Sunday. Wednesday we'll be doing the final bit of Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, and then we'll be playing Super Paper Mario. And then next Monday when we finish this, y'all got a decision to make. We're either gonna be playing Deltarune. We'll move on to Deltarune Chapter 1, or we'll be doing Tears of the Kingdom. One of the two. So whatever you prefer. If you want your voice heard next Monday, I'll be putting up a poll because we'll be finishing this game next Monday. So anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, fantastic rest of your week. If I don't see you, and if I do see you, I'll see you when I see you. And if I don't, I hope you're just as well as I am right now the next time I see you. And I hope our next meeting brings you as much joy as it always brings me. So with that, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and take it easy, y'all.